Hi, folks. Welcome to the Thursday Thought. This week's topic, future thinking. It's the start of a new year, and that means a lot of us have started with new goals. It's a new year, it's a fresh start, and it feels like a good time for many people to set goals. And there's a lot floating around right now about how important it is to set goals and how to take those first few steps. And that is important. But I also think one of the tragedies of goal setting is that we lose our perspective at the end. So, when you set your goal, you hear often that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And that's true. Of course, each of those steps is important, and a lot of what is part and parcel of goal setting is identifying what those first steps are, and then, of course, the habits that you need to build in order to take the steps in the middle. But what we don't often focus on is that future thought of the journey of 1,000 miles also ends with a single step. And as a result, it can look very anticlimactic when you actually reach your goal. That single step you take to get to the goal line isn't that big. It's not that fantastic, and it can seem less exciting than you anticipate. And a lot of people get lost in that lack of enthusiasm, lack of excitement for celebrating their goal because they're only looking at the last step and not at the goal in its entirety. So, one of the things that I advise my clients to do is future thinking. How are you going to feel when you reach this goal? What will your perspective be when you take that final step? How are you going to remember and celebrate all that you've achieved so that you really acknowledge all of the steps in that journey of 1,000 miles? And one of the things that I think is great to do from this perspective is to write yourself a letter from today to the person who has the future you who has accomplished this goal, how you think you're going to feel, and congratulating your future self on the entirety of the goal that you have managed to achieve, so that you don't lose that perspective when you get there of all the steps you've taken. That's a little tip for future thinking. Good luck. Let me know how you get on, and I will see you next week.